experiences that they go through, they will perpetuate the very energy that they started with before that experience. That experience was supposed to shape them and give them access to information and knowledge that they didn't formally have before they came into that experience. So if they don't go through that experience and learn, like if they don't learn from this, right, and they harden their heart like Pharaoh did. If they don't learn from this and they harden their heart, they're perpetuating the energy that they were working with before they entered into the experience by way of their, corrupt judgment. That's going to be stronger. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be stronger. Like, it's going to be a stronghold. Because only they know. Only that person know. Only we know. Let's just put it that way. Only we know when we've come into a new experience. Something that we've never experienced before. There are a lot of tarot readers that speak to this when it comes to a karmic masculine. Like, it seems like the Most High knows the right karmic feminine or feminine to bring into their life. Maybe a feminine that is going to level up into their life, and they just happen to just need that experience. And that woman is always the one that is identified as the one who got away. So like that's an example of a new experience, something this player was never used to. He would have never been able to see this shit coming. And it was the right experience to teach him it's time to change. Like, you can't keep doing this. If you continue on this path, this is the love of God. They don't want to identify this as the love of God, but this is the love of God. Because a parent who loves corrects. A parent who loves provides sound judgment so that you can use that sound judgment to better your life and become great, right? So when they go through these new experiences, only they know, right? Only they can acknowledge and say, no, I've never been through nothing like this before. I never knew that there were spiritual forces that protect people out here. Like I seen Deborah be protected. Like, we threw everything at her. Only they know. They knew the times they went into the woods and did rituals. They knew the times that they visit each other to go in their basement and do all these goddamn rituals and shit, like they doing this shit in secret and the Most High don't know what's going on. Only they know what they've done. That relationship with Source is personal. Like, you came in this world by yourself. You leaving here by yourself. I'm going to tell you that. Okay? So they have a personal responsibility to acknowledge the truth that comes to them, right? And when they don't, they got to deal with that one-on-one with the Most High. That is something that they cannot escape. So they know what they experienced by way of interacting with, or not even interacting, coming for me. And coming for me, they know exactly the experience they just gained that they ain't never had before with another person. There are a lot of things that they've gotten away with in this community, and they know it, right? So this is the opportunity. This is a crossroad. See, they think they understand crossroad. No, bitch, you in the crossroad right now. Like, after this situation is over, and it's going to be over because you didn't have no jurisdiction over what was happening. The Most High allowed you to do what you did because the Most High knew how I was going to respond to that and grow. I said this before, like, you were literally the gym equipment. By using your free will to be corrupt, you literally became the gym equipment that the Most High knew I could use spiritually to gain some more spiritual muscle. And that's exactly what happened for me. I can personally say this is an experience I've never had before in my life. I've been raised in the projects. I've been around gangs. I've seen the fear on a community's heart when you have people in gangs around who try to demonstrate that they're not, ashamed of taking somebody's life who is innocent. Like, I lived that. But I've never experienced nothing like this because in the hood, you're told, right, that you're in the slums. You're in the worst of the worst. But now that I found out more about source, more about God, you know, more about divinity, I'm starting to see just how prevalent this is in spirit first, because that's in spirit, that's where you get the manifestation on the physical plane. So it's not about being in the suburbs versus the projects. It's about where is the mind slumming in false knowledge? Is the mind slumming in artificial intelligence? Or is this mind leveling up because of divine intelligence, because of tapping into source and receiving downloads that'll help a person to know what is right and what is wrong, right? So that is something that I learned in this situation, that money can't solve those issues. Sure, they help in providing you with a comfortable environment, but you can have a comfortable environment aesthetically and be tormented by your own fucking mind. And this is what I see with these people. These people are tormented. This is a curse. There's no fucking way that anybody convinced me that a person waking up every day having to focus on somebody else in order to survive is living. You can't convince me that's living. You can't convince me that's heaven on earth. That's bullshit. Yeah, that's bullshit. The fact that you gotta hide, the fact that you gotta be somebody that you not in public and then be another way behind closed doors, the fact that you gotta sit here and use extreme amount of energy that is bound to fail, might I add you. Hey, it might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, but it's bound to fail. It's not backed by the divine. You have no spiritual army supporting you whatsoever. The Galactic Federation ain't even supporting you guys on this shit. Like, you literally, I hear, especially masculines, when I get downloads, I get a lot of downloads, and most of the time it feels like masculine energy. That's why I come so hard. Now, I don't share everything on YouTube, but these people that are listening into my conversations and illegally surveilling me know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because there's a lot of shit that I get, that I speak on, that I verbalize, just to change my environment, just to raise the vibration of this planet. You know what I mean? Understanding the role I play in that, right? So they hear this shit, right? I don't share everything on social media. But when I do have those downloads that I don't share, 9 times out of 10, I'm hearing from a masculine, being. It sounds masculine. They're like so disgusted, like, with these males on the physical plane. And it's funny because I came across a YouTube video where this gentleman was talking about, like, the understanding he got. It was a white man, and I believe he was a Christian. He started talking about how he's paying attention to certain scriptures and how they're standing out to him. And he's like, I noticed that, when God's talking to a male in the scriptures, he makes that male meet him where he's at, or he has to do extra work. But when the Most High is talking to a feminine, it's always like their prayers get answered. The divine shows up right where they are and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? The divine shows up right where they are, and then he spoke on the scripture that said, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. So he's like, I'm just, in his observations, right? He's just being honest. He's like, in my observations of the scripture, it seems like the Most High doesn't play about its daughters. And when he said that, I said, yo, that's exactly the